So it's kind of, you're going to have to use your imagination a little bit with this video, but the public are going to come in from this route here. They've already laid out where the pathway is going to go. So as a member of the public, you're walking up thinking, what is this? What could it be? You've got lovely, nice big windows, obviously, to look into the viewing rooms, because obviously these guys, especially in the colder months, they will be spending a lot more time inside. And also, we're trying to draw the interest in by little peepholes that you can kind of look through.
They are dirty at the moment. We haven't washed them.
And also, some of our little peepholes have got little surprises on the back for the taller adults. But we do have little kiddie-sized holes as well. So you've got meerkats on this side, and then tortoises on this side, although technically actually meerkats have a tunnel that will link to both. So you could end up with meerkats in here as well. So obviously big walls, and then all of a sudden massive big windows, which basically then leads you into the sort of the area of the animals. And this is the bit you're really going to have to use your imagination, because obviously we've built it off a concrete base, so there's lots and lots of substrate going to go in here. So this base layer on sort of ground level is all going to be grassed for the tortoises to eat, and then the raised areas at the back is going to be substrate to encourage digging behaviour. And then as you go around, we've deliberately done these walls high because we know that actually, from the animals, they don't necessarily like being looked down on, but also from a psychological point of view, actually humans looking down on a species, it actually kind of reduces their empathy for them, for example, basically. So actually we don't want people looking over these walls. Again, we want peepholes, and we want the big glass viewing areas. And obviously the higher the walls, hopefully, the less chance of the meerkats escaping, and the less chance of things being dropped over the side. So this is primarily the meerkat side over here, but the way we've designed it, essentially they can run it as a fully mixed species, so everybody can get everywhere. Then the piece de resistance over this side for the meerkat. The meerkat climbing wall area. So we've deliberately done the PVC roof there to create a warmer area, especially in the colder months when they're more inclined to be outside, to encourage them out, so they've got more usable space, but obviously also for the visitor point of view as well, seeing them out and about on slightly cooler days. And I can tell you from experience of building that climbing structure under that area, it does get quite warm in there when the sun hits it, which is absolutely perfect. And again, obviously, when this has all got substrate in, you'll have the grass layer on the front, and then two much deeper levels on the back there. So now we'll take you around to the keeper aspect. You might actually be wondering why we've gone for such massive walls on the outside here. Basically, it is because of the noise coming from other areas. So essentially the idea is this creates a fantastic sound barrier. The meerkats and tortoises are both very used to lots of noise, but we've basically kind of designed this so that we can actually reduce it. And obviously again, through the windows they can climb up and they can have a look if they want to, or through the peepholes, but they don't have to. Nice big keeper space for storage, and then again meerkats on one side, tortoises on the other. But if the meerkats want to, from in here they can travel along these little tunnels and out into this area as well, so that again, when they've got the run of everything, they've got a full loop, so nobody can trap anybody else in or out if there is any aggression within the group, although they've got a really nice group that gets on very well at the moment, but obviously plan for change. The other benefit of this tunnel here is it can be used for training, so obviously you can target the meerkats into this area, work with them from the side, work with them from the top, and on the days that you need to, you can then actually obviously bring them in, close these areas down, and then lock that into place, and you've then got a little catch crate that will function as is, or obviously you can then line it up with the carry crate and pop them in to there to then transport if they need to go to the vets, or bringing in new animals, removing older animals, for example. However you want to do it. obviously once those are then, you can then lock them off to make sure that they're both secure.
Right, let's see if we can get it back in place. This is Mark's first time at moving this with the locks on it, so let's see how easy it is. Ah, look at that.
I would say very easy.
Smug face.
What can I say? I'm a natural. Obviously in the Meerkat side, so we've made a start on a climbing structure in here. The keepers, if they want to, can obviously then add to this and go up the walls, which was the original plan. But one of the really nice things, obviously, not only do these walkways lead outside, which I'll show you in a minute, but they also lead to the feed mounts that we've designed essentially. So you can have, I think the keepers are planning to actually put a heat lamp up here, so you can have nice snuggly meerkats. Or if you want to, you can take that out. And our little dig box feeders have been redesigned. So again, you can obviously put substrate, food in there. You can put mesh or cardboard on top. And then right there in the window, little meerkats foraging away for food. So perfect on a winter day if you want to do talks, for example. You're pretty much guaranteed you're going to have some animals sat here in the window working for their food, and you can talk about all that fantastic behaviour. So yeah, really, really pleased with how well that worked with the adaptations. Obviously, I don't always want to work inside with the meerkats. So if you want to, Chris has designed these lovely little slide systems so that you can break the hatches from the outside.
I wouldn't say I designed them, I copied them from every other zoo. I made them.
Made them. Design is the wrong word. My apologies, it's very late.
Just before anybody goes in the comments, yeah, we've got them.
I misspoke, my apologies. Now you might be thinking, well, these tunnels are a pain in the bum because, you know, there's a massive step outside. But you needn't worry, because we have this lovely ramp which we copied from lots of other places but adapted for this particular facility, which, as you can see, slide into place. So if you want to get a wheelbarrow or anything up here, you can do. Through the keeper door. And now we're in the tortoise side. So in terms of the Tortoise Access, we've got these two doors. So again, whole design is basically based on giving the animals and the keepers as much choice as possible. So obviously they can be locked down on the colder days when they just can't let them out. Or if it's kind of moderate weather, they just don't want too much heat loss, they can just open one side. And we've incorporated this into the climbing wall for the meerkats. So when they're hooked up like this, the shiplap matches and they're tucked away and made to look like they're basically meant to be like that.
They are meant to be like it, we designed it like that. Sorry, as Mark said, it's late in the day, so excuse my little comments. By the way, that's a lovely logo on your back right there, Mark.
Thank you. It's a very good company, I highly recommend them. Their enclosure design services are just fantastic. And again, because the meerkats have access to both sides, we've got more climbing walls. We've got another changeable feeder, which basically is just as easy to slip out. And we've got 4 hammocks and 2 feeders to go between 6 mounts, so giving the keepers as much choice again as possible. So building the ramp here, obviously you're going to have to imagine this sort of substrate up to here, and then a little bit of scoot scratching options for the tortoises if they can build the substrate up underneath there to the right kind of level so that these guys are on the right lines. And again, just hopefully giving these guys the opportunity to dig. The 3 that they've got are all rescued ex-pets and they don't do a lot of digging, but again, we want to give them the option in case they change their mind and then you have habitat. This is the first time I've used this as well, so no pressure. But we have a lovely little slide system.
Hang on, let's see how long it takes him to work this out. This will be quite funny. Yes, he got it. 2 locks.
I see. We're very worried about Meerkat security. So again, if they want to, they can lock both locks to keep everybody separated if for any reason they need to, or if they want to work in here, keep the Meerkats in there. If they want to give the Meerkats access, but not the tortoises, Meerkats welcome. Obviously it is only a very thin slide, so again, because of any issues with that, if this side's open, the Meerkats can go back in through the house, through the tunnel, into their own side, so nobody's getting closed out. And if everybody is free to join the party, then you lock it open, like so. And again, once the actual substrate's in, the tortoises come up and walk straight over without a problem. So, again, because we wanted to go tall, because of reducing noise from that side with the roller coaster, we wanted to take full advantage, and every Meerkat that we've ever seen or worked with that has had the opportunity to climb, loves to climb. So again, we've created, rather than artificial termite mounds, we wanted to go for something that would fit in with the building, but be really, really functional from the Meerkat point of view. So again, obviously substrate will be up to here, so this isn't a massive drop off. We come up here and along, and basically, again, creating loops and circles for these guys to go along. They've got a kind of a mix in here of really geriatric individuals, and then some slightly more energetic ones that love to sunbathe and love to sentry duty. So the geriatric ones probably won't actually choose to use this, but in case again they want to, actually each of these steps is only 90mm high, and when we've done an incline, it's only 15-degree incline, so it's much, much shallower than a normal ramp. And
also, if you remember, Mark's already mentioned about the fact that the substrate will be, you know, sort of quite high up here, so, you know, it's not that far to go for them.
No, exactly right. Again, another mount with another interchangeable right in front of the beautifully clean viewing windows. And again, leading round to another interchangeable mount. And on a very nice sunny day, a Meerkat can cook itself up on this tower and enjoy. But again, we've kind of made it as a loop, just in case you get a couple of Meerkats and, you know, want to make sure that they've got an access down if anybody gets unhappy with anyone else being too close. So yeah, we are really, really happy with how this has panned out. Once again, it's pretty much exactly like the SketchUp. There is a very slight difference in that the concrete base is a different size to what we planned for, but actually it's worked out really, really well, and we've just used that opportunity to maximise the space use for these guys. So we're really happy with how that's all panned out. So yeah, what do you think?
Well, can I also take this opportunity to thank the guys here at Crealy as well. Obviously Elliot was the one who got in touch with us, and we've been chatting to him for the last few months to sort of going over the design, and the guys here have been really, really cool with us as well. But also especially to the rest of the bike team. So we've had the whole of our team here helping over the course of these few days. We are dead happy with this, and thanks for watching, guys.